Princess Sleepyhead Kumbhakarna. Good skin. Okay, ranked. Oh, they're hard resetting. They're hard resetting Smite. Everybody who is saying that they wanted a hard reset and they're going to be playing against Scream in the jungle and he's duo queued with someone else in the solo lane and you're a gold player and you're going to get them in your games. This is why. Because you guys are asking for hard resets. So now enjoy having pros on your teams and against you. Removal of variance, maximum MR adjusted and again. Okay, this is good for duel, I think, right? Because duel had a problem where you lost like 600 MMR above diamond and become inactive for 2 weeks. So this is for people who just try to sit in masters and role trading, but instead allowing players to trade role assignments. Oh, okay. Okay, that's not bad. Global anti-healing aura. While you're not brawling, your ability and lifesteal is reduced by 30%. Okay, that's like a good start. If they have a damage or applied crowd control to an enemy god in the last 4 seconds. So they're just trying to make out of combat healing a lot worse. Divine decreased anti-heal from 40 to 30. Okay, this is good. This is so far a really good start. Make healing worse all around. All around healing is just worse, except if you're fighting. So in combat healing is still good. Out of combat healing is less relevant. Brawler is 35%. Toxic Blade is now 35%, and it's only 6 seconds. Oh, these are instead of 8 seconds, it's 6. So that's good. 20%, 20%. So this is just 10% now. Oh, there's Rod of Healing. A Rod of Asclepius. Increased healing increased from 10 to 20, no longer increases by 50%. Okay, so it's just 20% flat. So if you want to heal out of combat, if you want to use healing out of combat effectively, you have to have Asclepius now, which is good. It makes it so you have to have some item to be like an out of combat healer. Yeah, or CAD, sorry. It doesn't have to be Asclepius, it can be CAD too, which is good. That's huge. For anti-heal in combat is worse, but out of combat healing is also worse. So I think overall, this is just overall a good change. So now, if you just go onto the side of the map, you get everything. Yeah, no one likes healing metas. This is weird. So now, even if the camp is dead, you know when it respawns. So it just makes, it's just like a less that you have to know, and it's less kind of like guesswork. You'll now just know exactly, but I think that just makes Smite an easier game. So I don't necessarily like this change. Now your blue is down, you can just walk in and you know exactly when it's spawning again, which I don't like. I'd rather not know exactly, because then it just helps players that aren't paying attention and aren't as good. It just like lowers the skill cap. I don't really care too much to like read about the map, because it's just something you can, it's more like PTS, you'll learn about it and stuff like that. That being said, starter items are returning. Cheap items, full passes turn to level 1. Each role has roughly 3, so there's gonna be 15. Jeez. 2 upgrades that become purchasables at later levels. In general, most starts will have 1 upgrade that simply boosts stats passive strength to be desirable at level 20. Often twists the item on its head, giving players new build opportunities and strategies. Okay. For example, Blue Stone is back, providing passive regeneration in addition to offensive bonus damage when hitting abilities. At level 20, it's going to be upgraded to Bluestone Brooch. Is it Brooch or Brooch? I think it's Brooch, right? It's a Brooch. All buffs are 20 seconds, so blue buff is going to be a weird start now. I didn't like when buffs spawned at different times. I really didn't. You gain 50% attack speed up to... Wait. For every enemy you have hit recently... Wait, what? What? 75% attack speed. What the... Who could abuse this? An assassin that relies on attack speed and can hit multiple people. Oboe gods? Golden Blade gods. So like... Yeah, Pele, Kali, Baka, Set... I actually think Set is a really good one. Set will probably abuse it. Pele will too. I don't know if Erling has much. Nem doesn't really hit a lot of gods. This is going to be insane. Bellona, Set. Holy, that is insane. 15%. Even if you just hit one person in a one... If you're brawling in a 1v1 and you hit them, that's just 15% extra attack speed. Osiris? Yeah, Osiris too. I don't know if Osiris is going to use this starter item. He probably has another one that he uses better, but... Blessings have been removed. Blessings sucked. Blessings sucked. Thank you for getting rid of them. Blessings sucked. Starters can be purchased at level 1. Each starter has 2 separate upgrades. Can get an additional 1,500 gold at level 20. Support-oriented starter items can be upgraded at level 17. Don't like that. I do not like that. Unless it's just like worse of an upgrade. But I do not like when, like you guys remember when they gave supports the extra farm for no reason? I didn't like that. So I don't like that it's just giving them that. Better than Warrior's Blessing? I don't know, because I don't know the stats on it. But Warrior's Blessing is kind of sane. If the found a starter item, it's the only time you can get that in the game. Starter items don't have any class lock restrictions. Only restrictions are based on the power type. Mages cannot build an item that doesn't like physical power. Okay, that's fair. Jungle focused starter items are unavailable in non-conquest game modes. Okay, makes sense. Oh, wait, is it only... Okay, so it's the same as Blessings. If you buy one, you cannot buy another. A good change. That's a good change, so... 16 starter items with 2 upgrades apiece. Okay, Death Toll, standard carry starter item. So this is the hunter one, I guess. Is this a hunter one? Okay. Oh, okay, so they just do different things. So this is probably gold one or XP. This is just extra damage or sustain or something. Restore health and mana. Okay, so it's the exact same thing.
Well,
Death's
welcome
Embrace.
to America, amigo.
You can't jungle on siege. You cannot jungle on siege anymore. Death's Embrace. Restore even more health. Okay, so this is just more lifesteal, kind of. Slay enemies to gain addition. So this is kind of like a Blood Forge, but instead of a shield, you just get extra power. Mark a minion for a bounty every 10 seconds. Last hit to claim the bounty can be upgraded to Diamond Arrow or Tornado Arrow level 20. Defeating anything provides the Gilded Arrow bounty. Gain bonus stats for all your unspent gold. This is just a farming one. Yeah, I'll scroll down, Sean. I just want to read them first. I don't know who would actually want this over this item. I feel like you'll just get bullied too hard if you build this. Somebody stays in lane, but even if they stay in lane forever, you're still going to get bullied out. If you play against an Anhur with Death Toll and you're playing Artemis with Gilded Arrow, you're just going to get absolutely bodied. Jing's actually not a bad call. Jing could probably build this. Rama maybe, but I feel like Rama would still want Death Toll. It's kind of dependent on how much gold you get. It doesn't specify the bonuses. I think it does a little bit more. Utility. So this is probably a little bit tankier. Leather Cowl provides early rotation, key providing speed to get to fights and attack speed to help you win fights. Hunter's Cowl turns into attack speed. Okay. While alone, gain movement speed. While near an ally, gain attack speed. That's kind of cool. The Hunter Cowl, while alone, gain more movement speed. While near an ally, provide an attack speed. Aura. Also cool. So this one is a little bit more of like a team fight carry, and it's not a hyper carry. So this is like a Chiron. A Chiron would use this well. So this is, and then what is this? Provide bonus power your team outnumbers your enemies. I don't think that's going to be very good. Yeah, this one's probably a little weak. Oh, I didn't think about that either. Get back to lane quicker. Selling star items might not be the play. I don't think so. I think they just give too much of a bonus that you wouldn't sell them. Solo starters, Warrior's Axe. May look familiar. Warrior's Blessing encourages brawling and trading, and Warrior's Axe looks to capture that. At level 20, upgraded steal heavy amounts of health away, or become the hero for your team and defend them while they are CC'd. What? What? I love that. I love that. So this item is basically a tank solo lane item that you transition into the late game either diving or peeling, which is sick. Solo laners in Smite have never ever been about peeling because it just didn't allow for that because of how Smite is as a game. But now this item with Hero's Axe will allow a lot of peeling, a lot of fucking peeling, which I love. And then this is just playing like Wukong. You're just gonna be building this. That is actually lit, yeah. So it'll actually be useful, exactly. So it'll actually do something. Bluestone, okay. This should be the same. The problem is Wukong probably can't go this one, even though this is sick. This is probably just like an Osiris item because you want to be tanky. So this is probably like just the tank solo item, and then just do a little bit extra damage. Bluestone's gonna be a Wukong item. Apply % health damage over time. Okay, so this burns kind of. Gain attack speed. Okay, insane, literally insane. But the Wukong's not gonna make use of the attack speed. Like set solo with Bluestone pendant. Whew. Oh my goodness. Warning sigil, magical protection, solo starter item. So this is if you're against a magical in solo. Good. Gain flat damage reduction when hit by a billet. An anti-mage item. That is sick. So now if you're playing against like Hades or something that's just gonna like Hebo, something that you like just have trouble with, and you're playing something that just can't trade in lane, this would be sick. It might be a little busted, but depending on the stats, obviously. But love playing Hebo. Zhang, yeah. The whack build's noob. That's what I'm saying. Sigil of the Old Guard, gain damage reduction when hit by a billet. That is awesome. Accumulate stacks when hit by abilities, explode for damage when enough stacks. I will say, so far we're 6 items deep, and these are sick. These are insane. I love this so much. I love this. Yeah, Serb solo won't be as much of a bully. Vamp Shroud. Restore health and mana when your abilities hit deal damage. Can be upgraded to Blood Soaked. Restore more health, more mana, and gain stacks of bonus lifesteal when your abilities deal damage. So this is probably an Anubis item. Your abilities do more damage but cost health in addition to their mana. That's got to be a lot of damage to make it worth, because I think this one will just always be better. Unless you have enough healing that... So maybe this is actually in the Anubis item. But I don't even know if you'd want to do more damage to yourself to deal more damage. It kind of just depends on how anti-heal is going to be. Maybe Mori, but Mori doesn't really use lifesteal. I feel like she'll use a different item. Mori will use this 100%. Sands of Time. I assume nothing's changed. MP5 lowers on mana. And yeah, I'm pretty sure you just get 10% cooldown. Gain more MP5 as you get low on mana. Gain additional powers as you stay high on mana. So it's kind of like a... What was that item? The hammer? Blackthorn? It's like weird like that hammer. When you die, jump to an alternate timeline where... What? What the f? Yes, that's like a Chronos ult, Kepri ult. It's Kepri ult. It revives you where you instead lived. So you could literally just Zeus ult yourself, die, come back alive. What? The absolute... I feel like they're going to get really nutty, but this is insane. Conduit Gem, aggressive starters, so something early game. Archmage's Gem, accumulate stacks... Oh, wait. That are consuming your ability set, dealing bonus damage. So this is like the Soul Gem. Old Soul Gem. Consuming your ability set, dealing more damage. This is just more damage, more usabilities. Kind of like a Soul Gem, except I don't think you get a heal. It's just damage. Each time you cast an ability, gain up to 3 stacks of focus. Fail to continuously cast, lose all your focus. What's focus? Is it cooldown? Yeah, this item does look actually nice. Bumba's Dagger. The old reliable of junglers, Bumba's Dagger will be familiar to all, but the upgrades give junglers something new to look forward to. Bumba's Spear turns you into a monster. So this is for objective burn. I wonder if it's just for yourself or for your team. In hand and ability weaving. So this is just auto attack canceling. Deal massive damage to jungle monsters, bosses, and structures. Restore more health and mana when they are defeated. Okay. So kind of like a renewal, but with additional damage to these things. So this is kind of like a split pushing starter. Split pushing slash like kind of be by yourself, like you're actually just going to be on your own. Yeah, they didn't like the blessings, I don't think. And then when you cast an ability and S base attack does bonus true damage. When you hit this basic attack, your ability cooldowns are reduced by 1 second. So this is going to be a Nem item. Ability weaving with reducing cooldowns with bonus true damage. Yep, Nem. Yeah, Loki too. Old Loki. I don't think Baka would build Hammer because he doesn't really weave auto attacks. Attack speed jungle starter. This will probably be the Baka one. Yeah, Susano too. Pele doesn't really weave auto attacks either. Maybe a little bit. I don't even know what you'd want to build on Pele right now. When you slay a large jungle monster, you place a 30-second ward where it dies. Okay. I don't think that's that good. Unless, like, maybe for Baka, because if you're invading, you'll just get enemy or like ward in the jungle. When you slay a large jungle monster, you gain the ability to see wards temporary. Okay, that is pretty sick. Gain bonus power and protections while in the jungle. And this is a load of power and protections in the jungle. See, I just don't know why you'd ever want to, like, I guess jungle fights would be sick. But when you're pushing, it's just bad. I know it's an actual a lot. I'm iffy on this one. Yeah, FG counts as jungle, but if you're pushing or if you're getting pushed on, like if they just have like a protector, whoever, I think you would just play the laning, like play to push. But I mean, maybe that's just to like give you like actual strengths and actual weaknesses so you know where you want to play more. How do these change magical junglers? They all have magical and physical split onto them. Some of them might not have magical, some of them might not have physical, but for the most part they do. Mannequin Scepter. Okay, I've heard a lot about this. If you've been around for a while, yeah. Damaging enemy applies a damage over time and slows their attack speed. This damage is extra effective. Okay, so okay. Damaging an enemy, so it can be abilities or autos. Mannequin Mace. Damage an enemy applies a stronger damage over time and slows their attack speed more. This damage is incredibly effective against jungle bosses and monsters. So I think this one would be more of a Pele item. A damage over time that slows attack speed. The only one that really kills Pele is like hunters. So if she has this and she's slowing their attack speed and doing damage over time, it kind of depends on the damage and how much it's reducing attack speed, but this would be a pretty sick item for like Pele's slash bruisers. Okay, supports. Oh wait, I didn't read this one. Hitting a target when you've not recently been hit by provides a large... Okay, so this is just trying to blow someone up. This is kind of like Circuit. Like you're just sitting in the jungle, you see someone and you just try to like one hit them. That's a good one. Something you just got to charge out of combat and then you get this burst damage. Yeah, Willick's passive kind of, yeah. Stacking up to 4 times. Yeah, Pele would actually use that really well because she gets 4 bursts really easily. Auto, 1 auto, 3 going off. It'll be like half a second and you got all 4 stacks of 7% attack speed. Sentinel's Gift, standard support starter item. Okay, so is this just the Watcher's Gift? Getting an assist restores health, mana, provides bonus gold. Okay. Getting an assist restores percent health, mana, and provides more gold. See, this upgrades at level 17. So why would a support want more? I mean, I guess maybe you focus more on the percent health and mana, but more gold. Who needs more gold at level 17? Provide a large amount of protection split evenly among all. Okay, that's cool. So this is like a Sav slash Thieves. It's 120 prot split, 60-60. You don't think it's 60 when you're by yourself. It's still not terrible. It's basically just gonna make it so it's hard to just... Okay. I'm getting excited. All these changes are so good. Other started with the wards and bonus procs in the jungle would probably be nuts for abusing a lead in the jungle and constantly evading. Yeah, imagine like a Ymir just fighting in your own jungle. Like, how are you supposed to like defend against that? You walk into the jungle, he just walls you and you can't trade with them, so you just lose. Benevolence, tactical support item. So the problem, before I read this, the problem with old support items and like how Mark of the Vanguard used to be bought is you just fell too far behind. So I want to see if there's some sort of gold that you get that makes it so maybe you can use them. I have to not use this item, I should say. Gain passive gold and XP. Portion of your XP and gold gained from defeating enemies lost to you. If an ally is nearby, you provide it to them instead. Gain passive gold and XP. So this is just, you just get extra gold and XP every second, I guess. Or maybe every 5 seconds, because that's usually what they have the number as. And then you just lose more if you split with someone and your ally gains more. So this, if you're playing in the duo lane and you're playing with a late game hunter or just like a late game anything, you're kind of just throwing away your own lead to get them ahead. So this would be sick with gods that don't use gold and XP as well as some others. So if you have like an Artemis Khepri lane, Khepri doesn't need the farm that other supports need. Artemis needs more gold and XP. So that's actually pretty sick. Yeah, Xing is another one too. 90% XP. And that's not a bad number either. I like that. I like that a lot. A portion of damage taken by allies is yes, that is what I wanted. That is what I wanted. Something that, other than just like healing and prots that can help you peel for your team, taking the damage if you're by your ADC is just like perfect. This is perfect. This item is sick. This is my favorite support item right now. You're basically that deal extra damage based on your health structures takes significantly more. Oh, okay. Okay, so that allows you to play two separate ways with Benevolence. It allows you to play the passive backline support, and it allows you to play like Fenrir supports or Erlang supports. Because this is just more health you have, more damage you deal. And then this is just play Khepri, sit by your this oh, starting to get worked up as a support, guys. I like this. They're doing well. All right. War Flag. Okay, this one used to have a problem because it didn't give extra gold. Getting an assist restores health and mana to all nearby allies and provides a boost to their movement speed and attack speed. Yeah, this item, I see no spot that this item gets built. Its current iteration, since you get no extra gold and you and your ADC are both just going to be losing gold if you buy this item, I see no spot that this item gets built. They need to add something that allows you to get some sort of extra gold or less split or something. Because unless you're just not playing support, like if you're like just jungle 2ing, maybe this item isn't bad. But this item is not an actual support item. Yeah, I just don't see a spot where this one gets built. Getting an assist restores % health and mana to all nearby allies and boosts their movement speed and attack speed and more. I mean, the Warbanner's sick. Like, it's sick, but you just can't build it. You'll just fall way too far behind. And like, in this one, even if you do fall behind, your ADC is going to be getting massive, so it doesn't matter. Damaging an enemy drops a Spartan flag, providing power to allies who stand near it. This is just like a backline dot, but still, I don't think you'll be able to get away with this item. Neutral starters, Tainted Steel. Last but not least, Tainted Steel. If healing is something you want to reduce. Oh, I've been begging for an early anti-heal item. Begging. And this is it. It's a new early and late game anti-heal item. Oh, this is perfect. This is a perfect item. Enemies hit by your damaging abilities have their healing reduced more. So, wait, what? This is just brawlers. It's just brawlers or divine. Enemies hit by your damaging abilities have their healing reduced. Healing reduced this way is transferred deep. So this is less anti-heal, but some of it's returned to you. Taint. I know, it's taint. I get it. Taint. So this is just a little bit of healing to yourself. Yeah, kind of like a little bit of a Serb passive. And then this is just like Sobek anti-heal. That's a sick item. I really like that item. All right, so 700 golds. That's what it used to be. 10 power, 20 power, 75 health. Okay, good. Can be upgraded from death toll level 20, 2200 gold, 80 power, 140 magical power, 200 health, 3% of your health and mana. Basic attacks that deal AoE damage restore half as much. Okay, that's not bad. It is very expensive, but don't think of these as starter items at this point. Like, think back when like you were selling boots. That's kind of what you're at. This is, instead of selling starter item, you're just upgrading to buy your 6th item. So this is literally a 6 item buy. I mean, maybe if Smite works out differently, it'll be just a 5th item, depending on like if this item is just so broken you have to get it as quick as possible. But this is just a 6th item. So compare this to what's like a normal 6 item hunters go. Deathbringer. We'll just compare it to Deathbringer right now. Deathbringer is 50 power, I think it's 50 power, crit, chance, no health, and then extra crit damage. This is 2200 gold. You'd sell this to upgrade it, so you get like 350 for selling it for half. So this is basically like a 2550 gold item. Actually a good item. because this will allow just like safety in the late game with a little bit of health. Because usually like Kronos doesn't like it that much because, or Kronos is a little weaker right now because he doesn't have health, but this will just allow him to do something about it. Giving Kronos 140 magical power and 200 health for 2200 gold. No, I don't think you ever sell these. Maybe like late game. 2200 gold again when an enemy dies near you. Okay, I don't think this is as good because you have to let an enemy die, so the fight's already going to be winning anyway. Oh, this is just an enemy. This is a minion. 3%, 5%, up to 10 stacks. That's 35%. If you kill one wave, you're gonna be at like 20% increased attack power, and it lasts for 10 seconds too. That's actually not a bad item. 100 health, 30% attack speed. So far, these are really good. Gilded Arrow. This is the one that I was curious about. Every 10 seconds, an enemy nearby is marked, prioritizing the highest health minion. If you secure the killing blow on that minion, you get an extra 10 bonus gold and 20% attack speed for 8 seconds. Restore 20 mana. 80 basic attack damage. So this is like hyper carry. Like if you're able to go this, if you're playing like Kali solo or something, like, okay, this is obviously figurative because I don't know how Kali solo will work and I don't know if you could get away with it. But if you can get away, an extra 80 basic attack damage every auto on a Kali who's autoing 2 times every second at the bare minimum, you're doing an extra 160 damage. Actually, more than that. You're doing an extra like 200 damage every second. Maybe a Chiron one? Probably not. I think Chiron will mostly wants cooldown. Not really. He's not really hyper carry. Okay, but I do like that item. And maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was initially. All sources of gold gain are increased by 20%. For every 100 gold in you, for every 100 gold in, you have gain 1% attack speed and crit chance. 60 basic attack damage, 150 health. So you do a little bit less damage, you're a little tankier. When you kill an enemy, you gain 10 gold, 20% attack speed, stacking up to 3 times. Up to 60% attack speed. So I assume this is just for physicals, because magicals can't crit. Unless they're making it that magicals can crit. The meta right now is like a football stadium wide of just ideas right now. The ideas from the end of this season was just a bathroom filled. That was as small as the ideas came. This one's weird. It's good, don't get me wrong, but it's weird. Leather cowl. So this is the tank one. While you're near an ally, 5% attack speed is kind of low, but this will help. 15 power. Wait, what? 10% lifesteal in the early game and 5%. 10 power, 75 health. Stores 2 health plus 1% of your maximum health. 15 power, so you get more power. So this is just a physical item. Attack speed, lifesteal. This item is pretty good. This one might be like kind of a dark horse to be like the ADC item, depending on how good. I don't remember exactly what these ones give, but this is good. All the starters are so sick. Won't that make trans builders playable? Maybe. The problem right now is just devs is like 3 times the item trans is right now. It's not trans is bad, it's just devs is too good. For a lot of people, it's just going to be kind of waiting until people come out with what they think is the best. But like stuff like this is what makes leagues so, like the league items so much more fun and in my opinion better than Smite's. It's just like the endless possibilities. Now that Smite has these starters, instantly just like makes the skill cap and just like the brain needed to play Smite just double / triple, quadruple. Like these are what Smite needed. It's gonna be confusing, but it's gonna be fun. Like this is the funnest Smite. Learning like and how you can do stuff is the funnest Smite. Okay, so 60 power, 50% lifesteal, 20% attack speed. While you kneel an allied guide, you gain 25% attack speed, or if you're alone, you gain 10% movement speed. Like this is a good item. The movement speed is kind of meh. But if you're planning on playing like Apollo, like the movement speed is going to be good. It'll allow you to just run away from people if you get gone on. Leader's Cowl. This one I didn't think was as good. Okay, what the 300 health. For each nearby friendly god, you gain a stack of Outnumber. For each nearby enemy god, you lose a stack of Outnumber. Each stack of Outnumber provides 3% increased power to nearby. Okay, so this is... I know you guys were talking about Chiron. This is going to be a Chiron item. It's like those support ADCs. Chiron, Cupid. Chiron and Cupid will probably be really good with this item. But I think this item makes like heal ADCs good. Warrior's Axe, 600 gold. Wait, why is this 600 gold? 700 gold. 700 gold. Wait, why is Warrior's Axe 600? 50 health, 15 prots, 10 prots, plus 2 damage reduction. Scary. I hate damage reduction. I don't think it's you just can't build it because War Flag you lose gold. I don't think War Flag is it isn't. You can't build War Flag in Conquest. Passive damage and enemy god still 25. Okay, so and this is just Warrior's Blessing. Okay. So this is basically just the Warrior's Blessing just made into a starter item. 2100 gold, 250 health, 30 prots, 5% flat reduction. Damage enemy god steals 10% of the current health away from the target and restores it to you. Wait, what? This is broken. This is bad. This is broken. Steals 10% of their current health. What the? You just like Wukong cudgel someone to start the fight, and everyone is starting at like 80% health. Yes, every Sun Wukong cudgel on an 8-second cooldown is just going to be poking you. You're just going to get cudgeled for like 400 damage. You're going to be like, what in the just happened? The only thing is maybe it's definitely just like protections will make it less. At least I hope it's not 10% true damage of the current health. Can't say for sure. So maybe if it's like a full tank solo laner, yeah, it's percent of their current health, but if they're at 100% and you cudgel them, it's taken down to 90%. Yeah, they'll take less damage as they get lower. But if you like trade with someone in like before a fight, so say Wukong plays up, their solo laner plays up, he hits you, you hit him, you're stealing health back, and he's just losing health and just gonna be doing no damage also. So this maybe is just like a split push item more. I don't know, this is just weird. 2100 gold, 300 health, prots of each, 30% CCR. It's a lot in one item. When an ally got around you with 55 and uses hard hit by crowd control effect, give them a shield equal to 10% of your maximum health. 10% of your maximum health. So say you build like a 3k health solo laner, if he gets Athena taunted, he just gets a 300 burst shield. I mean, it's health. It's not shields PKing, so it won't be that hard. It is, yeah, it is hard CC, but still, most fights start off with hard CC. So say if you're standing next to like your Zeus, who gets Thor ulted, that's like an extra 300 health you have to go through. I mean, it's not broken or anything. It's just like, it's just a good passive. Like this is a really balanced item. And if you get gone on, you have this 30% CCR. I like that. I like that a lot. Bluestone, 800. What the? Yeah, it only proc once in a fight. Well, maybe twice. But still, at the beginning of a fight, I wonder how it prioritizes. Is it just closest to you? Do you have like multiple people by, it's just closest to you? Okay, so this is literally the exact same. I'm pretty sure this is the exact same item it used to be, right? Maybe no MP5. It used to not have MP5 or HP5. But this is basically the exact same item. Yeah, less pots in lane. I don't like that this is 200 extra gold than this one. It also uses the damage instantly. It wasn't a dot. It used to proc twice. The same thing. It procs twice again. I think it had MP5. Maybe it did have MP5, but it did not have HP5. I know that for sure. But like Uller with this item, power, HP5, MP5, the kill potential on Uller is going to be insane again. Bluestone brooch can be upgraded from Bluestone pendant. 45 power, MP5, HP5. Enemies hit by your damage abilities take an extra 25 plus 7.5% of their current health over 2 seconds. Okay, like I was saying, Uller or just any like Wukong with this item is just going to slam you. Chiron might be a little, but like with this item, Chiron's going to swing. Stats suck late game though. Yeah, the stats are kind of bad. HP5 is bad. MP5 is whatever. The physical power is pretty mediocre and it's pretty expensive. 25 plus 7.5% of their, I don't know. The stats really are the only thing holding this item back. Unless this one's stats are just as bad. So Bluestone gives no health. It's literally just power and then MP5, HP5. So Bluestone is like an early game one that they try to make it into the late game. I don't even know if you want this late game over other stuff. These late game stats are bad. And like this one is no better. Yeah. It is weird, Pete. Because it's so good early, the damage that this will provide early, but this late game, like this is basically just a 60 power item with, I mean, I guess this is 75% attack speed. I think this one has some late game merit because it's a power and attack speed, but I don't know if this one has much merit late game. 60 power, 75% attack speed. Like on set, this will be broken. All right, let's see. Warding sigil, 700 gold, 100 health, 15 prots. Whenever everybody can stand up a damper, increase taking by 5 for 5 seconds. Can stack twice. It's not bad. Pretty mediocre. I don't know. Maybe the upgrades are better. Warding sigil level 20, 200 health, 75 prots. So I think it's the second highest magical prot item. Whenever you hit by an ability, you gain a stack of rebuke. So rebuke is probably just anti-ability damage. Damage taken by 4% for 5 seconds. Only occurs once per. So this is for gods that try to slam all 3 abilities into you, and then actually no, this is for gods who just poke you. It's kind of like Thoth. This will be really good against Thoth, but 4% isn't that much. It's like basically just 12% mitigation on only abilities. So I don't know if this will be that good. 12% mitigation for 5 seconds. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. All right, let's check infused sigil. 2200 gold, 350 health, lower prots. Whenever you hit by an ability, you infused sigil gains a stack. This occurs once every ability cast. So this is the Pridwin-esque item. 400 magical damage. Wow. This will be like solos that are diving the backline, but it is percent mitigation. Yeah, Oni's is 9, but this only lasts 5 seconds. So it's like kind of like a Spirit's Robe a little bit, and then it'll just go back to 0% mitigation again. And you have to take 3 abilities. But this item's going to be sick for diving the backline. If you're playing like an Osiris against a Serb and you can go this item and you're just able to dive the backline and get this 400 damage nuke. Vamp 850 gold. 15 power, 75 health, 15 prots, 5% magical lifesteal. The ability gives you a bonus 6 health mana, can only trigger once per ability. That is expensive. I guess mages do have the thing where they go Doom Orb, and Doom Orb is a really cheap item. So maybe it won't be that bad. I mean, you can go Doom Orb, 550 plus 850. If it gives you 1400, you get one pot of each. How does this help Hades? This one will be a Hades item, 100%. Actually, I think Hades might just still rush Bancrust. I don't know. Okay, the Blood Soaked one. 75 power, 200 health, 40 prots. So this is already sick for Anubis. And more lifesteal. Damaging an enemy with an ability restores 12 health, 6 mana, and provides a stack of 1% magical lifesteal for 6 seconds. It can stack infinitely. Can only trigger once per target per ability. The thing is Opwash doesn't use lifesteal well, so maybe it's not that good. But just the stats, power, health, prots, and then a little bit of lifesteal. Like maybe Zeus and like Opwash, gods who can't move a ton, will use this well. All the gods that don't move don't have lifesteal, other than Anubis. Anubis uses it really well. Good on Freya, maybe. I mean, yeah, it will be good on Freya. But the thing is, Freya kind of wants attack speed, so maybe it's not that broken on her. Maybe it's good if you get to the late game. Yeah, Zhang maybe too. But the problem is all these gods that would use this item well don't really use the lifesteal well. They'd be better on a tank mage. Yeah, like Zhang, it probably is better. Or gods that you like, a mage that you would want to be a little bit tankier. So like the Zeuses, the Opwashes, like even Cuckoo, I think you just want a better, like there'd probably just be a better item. I mean, let's look at the other mage items. Because like, why would you not want this on Zeus? Oh, 25% health only. Okay, that's not as broken as I thought it would be. Vampiric Shroud, 2350 gold, 100 power, 100 health, 20 prots, 15 lifesteal. Your ability is to deal 15% more damage, but cost 5% of your maximum health. This one's a little irrelevant. 20 is kind of low. I just don't know who you're building this one on. I don't think this one is worth. Yeah, I guess maybe like a Chang'e. She just heals. Vamp Shroud Jorm. Yeah, Jorm might be. Yeah, actually, Jorm might be able to use this one really well. The healing isn't really relevant, but he likes all the stats on this. Maybe Anubis. I just feel like this one's going to be such a rare item. I feel like these other two items are just too... Like, the other two starters are just going to be too good that I don't know if these ones will be built enough. Like, Sands of Time, cooldown. MP5, power. This is literally insane. Oh, this actually... Ow. That's a good call. Ao Kuang. Ao Kuang with either of these ones. Sands of Time at level 20. 2300 gold. Oh, wait, this one's... Wait, was this 850? This was 850. See, and the fact it's the most expensive item. No other item is 850 gold. This one you get an extra pot and you get cooldown. 90 power, 20 MP5, 10% cooldown. This item grants 7 power per 10% available mana. This is pretty meh. 7 power, 10% available mana. At full mana, you get 160 power, cooldown, MP5. Maybe it's not that bad. You only lose 7 power if you go down to 90. Maybe it's not that bad. I don't know. That's fair, Nathan. Not every item needs to be broken on everyone. Chronos. Wait, yeah, this is okay. This is 100% gonna be the Zeus item, like the Zeus, the Opwash, Zhang item. Like you get prots in it, MP5, magical power, cooldown, and then yeah, okay. So here is probably one of the best. But like if you think about it, I mean, 10 minutes is a lot to be fair, but you only need like one of these to like win a game with it. You can't control the passive procs. If you die, it'll just get revived. I'm pretty sure it works the exact same way as Guardian's Angel. Yeah, that can just change a team fight late game. Having if you're an assassin, any assassin, any full damage assassin or mostly full damage assassin, diving a Zeus late game, you get on top of him, he dies or like Aegises and then dies. You can't just like continue sitting on him for 5 seconds to wait for the Aegis and then wait for this. You'll die. You'll just die unless the fight is just getting stomped anyway. And that's like the strength in this item is just this item is one of the few items that can actually change a team fight single-handedly. Having two mage lives is probably the biggest thing you can get in a late game team fight, other than maybe 2 hunter lives, because hunters are just better late game. Okay, so the cheapest mage item right now, 70 gold or 700 gold, 30 power, MP5. Every second you gain a stack of arcane energy, causing your next damage ability to deal an additional 2 true damage and remove all stacks. Stacks up to 20 times. This is going to go up to 40 true damage. All magicals buying the revive item for the last... I mean, I think it depends. Some of them might not use it as well as others. Like if you're playing Thoth, you're not going to use this item as well as others. You're going to be able to use probably this one a little bit more. Or Scylla's not going to be able to... But I mean, like, maybe Scylla and like Thoth, it's just better to have this item. Like, just in case you do die. Or a Janus with this item. Imagine a Janus dies once late game. Janus is already hard enough to kill. Killing a Janus twice? Forget about it. This might just be like the end-all be-all for mages, which is a little worried. Yeah, you're rooted in place. You're unable to move. You're immune. And then after 1.75 seconds, you're restored at 25% health. I'm just curious about this one. Maybe I'm thinking about it too hard that the revive is stronger than it is, but I think revives are just so strong that like Kepri has literally made a living just being able to revive people. Every 1 second you gain stack of demise, causing your next damage ability to deal an additional 2.5% magical power and damage. Remove all stacks. Stacks up to 20 times. 50% of your magical power. What the maybe this item isn't going to be the end all be all item, because that is a lot of damage. 50%. That is like, if you're getting hit by like a Rod of Tahuti, fully stacked, like full stacked demise Scylla ult, like you're gonna be getting hit by like 2,000 damage. A raw ult through a wall with this too. Holy fuck, that's a lot of damage. All right, every time you cast an ability that costs mana, you get a stack of focus for 10 seconds. Provides 3% movement speed, 3% damage increase, and 2% damage. Okay, it's only damage reduction, and it's only stacking up to 3 times. This is not very good then. So you get 9% movement speed, 9% increased damage, and 6% damage taken reduction. Who would use this well? Maybe Hebo? Raw maybe? Yeah, Raw with the movement speed, damage increase, reduction might be helpful. Hell? Maybe Hell? I don't think this one is good enough. This one's like, this one is the aggressive item for mages. This one is the hella aggressive item. If you want to, this one's gonna let you. Zhong's actually not a bad idea. Movement speed for using ability or mana, damage increase and reduction. Zhong's actually not a bad idea. But would you really want this one on Zhong? You're not gonna last that long anyway. You probably just want this one, right? If you blink and then ult, your ult is doing an extra 50% of your power. Boomba, 600 gold. Okay, so it's cheap again. 50 health, 50 mana. Dude, I just like, they just slap these things onto the junglers and they're like, good, ship it. That's good. Also, I hated Assassin's Blessing. I liked Boomba's way more than Assassin's Blessing. Archmages will surely get, yeah, this one might get nerfed. 50% is a fuckload of damage. One late game team fight, one ability that you have to juke. No power, no power. It's extra true damage on camps, and your abilities deal 30% extra damage. 2100 gold, so 60 power, 90 power. Good. 200 health, 200 mana. Good. So this is like a little bit tankier junglers. Your basic attacks deal 50 true damage. I mean, this is like not tanky, but it's both tanky and a little extra damage. Your ability is 50% against jungle monsters, structures, and jungle bosses. And any of these die, you heal for 10% of their health. Restore 10% of your mana and given 10 gold. See, I just don't know where this one's going to be, like, asked at, maybe. If you want to split push. 10% pen, 10%... Like, just looking at the... Okay, I guess this one gives no power. This is more of the utility jungler. This is like the Circuit item more. Casting ability and basic attack deals an additional 80 true. Okay, maybe Nem wouldn't use this one too well. This is ability weaving on a tank, kind of. That's kind of how they're making it seem. Low cooldown ability weaving on a tank. Osiris. This is a good Osiris jungle item. I don't know who else is going to weave autos and not be full damage. I feel like Bumbas are pretty weak comparing them to like most of them. Maybe Bumba Spear isn't that bad, but... I have the jungle, 650. You deal 30% increased damage to jungle monsters. Upon defeating a large jungle monster, place a ward that lasts for 30 seconds. So this is the vision one. 20% attack speed, 20 power, 10 power, and 15 HP 5. This is the vision one. You deal 30% increased damage to jungle monsters and jungle bosses. Upon defeating a large jungle monster or jungle boss, you gain the ability to see wards for 10 seconds. This is basically just like vision. Is vision that important late game that you would want to buy into this? 25 prots, some gold, and some attack speed. Yeah, it's like tanky ability weaving on this one. Because you get no power on this item. Unless they left it out on accident. Maybe they did. Yeah, I guess you know that you're not walking over anything layers. That actually might be decent. 60 physical power, so it's not low power. You get a little prots, which is kind of irrelevant, I guess. And then you get some attack speed. Maybe so you don't have to go blink. Yeah, easy flanks where you don't have to go blink. Protector of the jungle. While in the jungle, you gain 15 power and 15 pen. So this is just to make you impossible to fight in the jungle. 35% attack speed. 30 prots. This is just like kind of like a 1v1 item in the jungle. Yeah, this is going to be OP at FG Gold Furies if you're split pushing and you can get into the jungle to fight someone. See, this is even a good split push item because if somebody tries to fight you in the like in lane, you just walk into the jungle. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Mannequin Scepter. Now this is the one. Enemies hit by your basic attacks are burned, taking 20 physical damage over 2 seconds, and their attack speed reduced by 7%. Jungle monsters take 2.5 times the amount of damage. This effect can stack up to 4 times and be upgraded to level 20. Okay, so I feel like this is going to be the most used jungle one just from looking at it right off the bat. 2250 gold, 50 basic attack damage, 100 health, 30 prots, 8 damage reduction. Enemies hit by your basic attacks are burned, taking 60 physical damage over 2 seconds, and have their attack speed slowed by 10%. Wait, 10%? It stacks 4 times? What? 40% attack speed reduction while you're doing extra damage. And you get ability reduction, and you get protections, and you get health, and your autos are going to do extra damage. You do not get any power. You get literally 0 power, so it is not that great. But you have auto attack extra ability damage or auto damage. Some gods don't need it, like Camazotz won't need the heal. Erlang doesn't need the heal too well either. Pele doesn't need the heal. Bellona doesn't need a heal. Some gods do. Some gods don't have, like Arachne doesn't, Baka doesn't. The problem, not having power, so it's just gods that don't rely on abilities. It is 1v1 gods that rely on auto attacks for the 1v1. Maybe like Vamana too. Trying to fight a Vamana in this. He's literally auto attacking you and Vamana would probably frag with this one. Mannequin, Hidden Blade. 75 basic attack damage. 30 prots, 5 damage reduction. If you're not taking your dealt damage the last 5 seconds and hit him god. They take 50% of physical damage. Okay. See, this item is weird. See, like they're trying to make this like a burst kind of item, and then it just gives no power. So I don't know who would build this. Maybe Nem, I guess. But then protections. Does she really need protections? Not really. Kali doesn't really need protections. Baka, yeah, maybe Baka. Baka doesn't really need power. He gets power from his 3. But Baka doesn't really need burst either. So here's the support ones. We hadn't done the support ones yet. Sentinel's Gift, 500 gold, 75 health, 7 prots, 7 MP5. Good. I hated the other one. Being within assist range of a minion or jungle camp monster without death, dealing killing blow reward 7 bonus gold, and also restores 12 health, 8 mana. If you're not near an allied god for 20 seconds or more, this passive is disabled. Thank you. Not 10 seconds. 20 seconds is fine. That is very cheap though. 500 gold, 300 health, 45 prots of each. Okay, so that's a good tank item late game. Wait, how much is the cost? It doesn't say the cost. You just get it for free. If it supports its level 17, they're just free. 200 health, 20 prots of each. So this one, you're not as tanky. Evenly split 120. Okay, so this is where your tankiness comes from. Or comes from, because it's kind of with your team too. So this is for gods that don't need to be that tanky, and they want to peel. So this is like a really good Kepri, Geb, Ganesh, Sylvanas item. See, this item is just not that good. This passive is not good. I feel like most people are just going to be building into Embrace late game. Sentinel's Boom is just not that good. The stats are good, but the passive is pretty meh. Kepri doesn't need to be tank. I mean, when I say doesn't need to be tanky, it's just he's not going to be diving the squishies where he'll be taking damage from the squishies. If you think about how you play Sobek compared to how you play Kepri, Sobek is getting into the fight and he's taking a lot of damage. Sobek needs to be tanky. Kepri is going to be playing a little bit farther back. He doesn't need to be tanky. All right, Benevolence. This is the one. 750 gold. 2 gold per 5 and 1 XP for 5. Plus per level. Okay, so this item is designed to put you behind for your teammate. Anytime you gain experience or gold from an enemy dying, you take only 90% share 10%. Okay, so I like this item a lot. Compassion. Damage taken by nearby allies is reduced by 50% up to a maximum of 100 damage. Okay, that's just not bad. So say Wukong cudgels him, hits him for 1500 damage, or however much. I can't think of the math right away. But 15%, it ends up doing 100 damage. You eat 100 of that damage. That's not bad. Animosity, your basic attack steal bonus. Okay, so this is like the dive heavy one. The stats are just not, like, there's no prots on these 2 items. So these are really just like all inning for your teammate to get your teammate head. I like that though. War Flag, ass. 100 health, power, MP5. You get no gold though, so it's 2200 gold, 30 power, 60 power, 300 health, 15 MP5. Each time you assist, show 1% health modded to all allies within 55 units. It also provide allies with a stacking self buff, 2% movement speed, and 4% attack speed. See, the thing is this might not be terrible in like, I mean, it has no sustain, but like it's not a terrible solo lane item. It's just, it can't be a support item. 40 power, 300 health, 15 MP5. Just a little bit more power than the other one. And then when you damage an enemy god, you call down a Spartan flag at your location, providing 10% increased power to allies standing in the radius. Lasts for 10 seconds. Yeah, arena item probably. Yeah, it's talisman vibes kind of. And then Tainted Steel. 10 power, 15 power, 15 prots, 15 prots. Enemy gods that hit you have their healing taken reduced by 20% for 6 seconds. That's not bad. 40 power, 60 power, 30, and then 70. Oh, that is a 50% for 6 seconds. So if you're playing against a Hell, I think you have to go this item. Hell or Chang'e, an actual true healer. Yeah, this is definitely going to be an assault item. Cursed Onkan Sun Wukong Cudgel. Don't they have to hit you? That hit, yeah, that hit. Oh, wait, that you hit. Never mind. Okay, it is a Sun Wukong item. This is going to be a really good item. The thing is Sun Wukong kind of wants to do more damage. I guess 10 power is not bad. But if you don't buy a starter item instantly and wait until late game. No, you could do that. But as a support, you kind of need to rush a starter item. Other ones might not be able to, or might be able to avoid it. But 2250 gold. 30 power, 50 power, 80 magical prots. Enemy gods that you hit have their healing reduced, right, taken by 20%. 6 seconds, you're healed for 100% of the healing reduced. I just feel like this one's not as good. If you wanted to go this one, I feel like this one's just better. Because if Hell heals 300, 20% of 360, is a 60 heal going to do much? No. Just reduce her heal by 150. And she's still going to be healing for 240. So, unless like you're playing Serb, maybe. Elixir of Power, 10 pen. That provides 5% damage mitigation and 20% CCR. Decreased damage reflected 40 to 20, 30. Decreased cap of damage taken from 150 level 20 to 120. Or 150 times level to 120 times level. A little bit of a nerf to it. 600 less damage to take to it. So that's a nice little nerf to Thorns. Decreased damage reflected from 40 to 30. And decreased cap. Okay, so it's just the same thing. Witchblade, Wingblade, and Relic Dagger. Former tank tree overall. Struck as a hybrid. 30 prots. This item is actually not bad now. You can build this item. Now like Bellona, Osiris... They have an item they can build that they build well. Witchblade's back, baby. Wingblade, less health, but you get 30 magical prots. Fine. I will take 30 magical prots on this item. Thorns definitely needed a nerf. Relic Dagger, extra 50, and you get 10% CCR. I don't think Relic Dagger was bad. I think the problem is you just weren't tanky enough late, or if you want this item, that you couldn't build it. Emperors, increased prots from 50. Jeez, this item used to be 30 prots when it first got added, and now it's 60. Talisman, I love this item. Maximum stacks on a God of Death or Assist. I like that. I like that. That is a good change. Assassin items, Jones, increased power from 40 to 50. Okay, that's not bad. Oh, please be a nerf. What? 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 Okay, this is 10 power, but why is stone cutting getting buffed? Who said stone cutting is hard to build? This item makes you un-1v1able. Erlang is broken with this item. Erlang, Nem, when they build this item, you just couldn't fight them. This buff is kind of whatever. I think Brawlers is just too good because you need anti-heal every game, and then Crusher was just always strong. So I think I don't mind the Jones buff, but this item, they're just out of their damn mind. Berserkers and Ancestors, Bruiser that's trying to be taken enough for Warrior and offensive enough for Assassins. Losing protections in favor of additional power. Decrease prots to 20. Okay, so you get 10, you lose 10. So it's just more offensive. That's fine. I don't know who you'd build this on really. 20 prots. You're basically not even building it for prots anymore. I think Berserkers was in a fine spot, like Bellona built it. I think this item was fine. I don't know why they changed it. Warded Shield. What the f? The T2 is 1150. Oh, they decreased it. Okay, so it's not. Okay. I thought it was going to be 1150 gold for... Okay. They did decrease the cost. I'll freak out a little less, but... Okay. Ancile might be broken. The problem with Ancile before is that when you built it, you felt like you lost so much damage. A lot of the protection from this item comes from the Ancile passive, not from the protections actually in it. And then the power was too low. I think this item is really cheap too now too. That's a good item. Serrated. Oh, it's gonna buff Serrated. I cannot wait. Okay, so it's just power instead of attack damage. Not that bad. Okay, whatever. Oh, don't buff. I hate these fucking helmets, dude. Please don't buff it. Okay, it's not bad. Not a bad buff. Not a bad. I can handle that. Oh, that's so buff. I can't wait to see 165 power on this. Now decreases ultimate cooldown by 8 seconds. Okay, so it just decreases. I feel like that's hardly a buff. Okay, that's whatever. That's nothing really. That's nothing. It's really relevant on like maybe Ra and other guys that have low cooldowns. Yeah, it's only on gods that are building full cool. Maybe Janus too. It'll be good on Janus again, just because Janus starts fights off with ult. Yeah, Kumba. Ob Shard, 80 power. Dude, they're buffing Obs. Poly, 95. Okay, that's not bad. Karen's coin added in a... Okay, no buff even. I like this. Remove the pen. Make this a burst item. Okay, I like this. This is now a better burst item against squishies. It's not a... It's still good against tanks, but it's better against squishies now. Good. It was too good. Rod. Okay, I better see a E-staff nerf in here. What are they adding? Pen? Oh my... Dude, Rod doesn't need pen. Oh, it hurts my brain, dude. Why? Why does Rod need pen? Rod did not need any sort of pen. What the f is that? Rod needs pen. Yeah. Oh. What's the build gonna be now? It's gonna be like Boots, Deso, or Boots, Magus, Rod, Obshard, and you're gonna be doing fucking true damage. Soul Reaver is useless. Yeah, I don't think you're ever building Soul Reaver now. You're just building Rod. Even though it is pretty cheap. 2650 is pretty cheap. Can't believe they put pen on Rod. Dude, Rod rushes are gonna be stupid now. You just go Boots, Magus, Rod. Yeah, you know why Rod is cheap, or why Rod isn't built? Percent pen. Rod's worth 3,000 gold. Oh, please be a fucking do more nerf. Nerf. Why are you increasing the fucking power from this item? Oh wait, no, they didn't. Well, they increased it by 1, which was whatever. Fine, okay, that's fine. That's okay, but nerf it. Nerf the actual Doomorb. Nerf actual Doomorb. Oh, let's go. Come on. 2% nerf. Not even on like the minion kills nerf or like movement speed. It's just 2%. 2% nerf. Why does this item even have movement speed on it? Just make the movement speed just come from the clearing the wave. Whatever. Shifters. Ooh, an adjustment. They're giving it health. Please just don't give it health. Increase physical protection from 15 to 25. Nice. Increase protection is gained while under 75% from 35 to 40. Decrease cost. Okay, that's not bad. I don't think this is a warrior item still, though. 25 prots. So it gives you 65 prots if you're... Yeah, I still just don't think it's a solo lane item. I think it's still a jungle item. It gives too much power and no health. I just don't know when a solo laner would ever want to build this. So, Frostbound. Oh, Frostbound buff. 35 power, increased attack speed reduction to 25%. One auto and you're doing 25. Okay. I like the change. It's not a huge buff, but it is a nice buff. Frostbound is underbuilt. Shifting around, making it more attractive for gods who rely on higher base damages and less on scaling. Increased health from 200. Okay. Less power. Increased passive damage. It's too expensive. Who wants to pay 2,400 gold for this item? Who in their right mind is like 2,400 gold for 40 power and 250 health? I'm down. This item is just not going to be bought. Every hammer is better than this one. This is the worst hammer and it's really not close. So less power and less protections. So instead of 30, you get 24 and then you get a little less health. Oh, regrowth. Gut this item. It's fun, but it's so annoying to play against. 40 to 30. Okay, whatever. Sure. Hunter item adjustments. Dominance. A new item. Kick off the... I just said kink off. To kick off the hunter section, we have a new physical penetration option. Dominance is a new item to the charged Morningstar tree. Providing a decent chunk of power, pen, mana for just your basic attacks. Okay. 250 gold or 2,500 gold. 55 power. Pen. Okay, and you get extra pen on your autos. No attack speed is weird. Building a hunter item with no attack speed. Hunters did feel weird on that 6th item spike. Like you go like boots, devs, Atalanta's, chins, oboe, and then like that last item was just weird. Like you didn't have like another item to go. I think you just slot in dominance there. So maybe this is just a good 6th item. Yeah, it's just trans without stacks. And you get pen. Yeah, it's not a rush item. I'm pretty sure this will just be the 6th item. So that's not bad. No attack speed is definitely weird, but I think it'll be fine. Atalanta's 2,200 gold. I don't know enough about hunters, so kind of take what I say with a grain of salt. But I think this item is still going to be built just because the passive is so good. It's so cheap now. The pen, yeah, the pen being less hurts it, but the pen really didn't matter until late game. I still think it is worth it. I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm not a hunter, but I still think the build isn't going to change. I think it's still going to be like that same build, but maybe the order changes. Maybe it's just boots, devs, chins, oboe, Atalanta's, and then dominance. That'll put you at 30% pen with auto attacks, which is all you care about. You only want the 30% with the auto attacks. All right, let's see the XC. That's actually a big buff. That is actually a massive buff. Now, auto attack junglers don't have to go any sort of pen other than Executioner. Yeah, Erlang, Baka, Kali, like they don't have to go anything else. They literally can just go Executioner. I still don't think this is a hunter item. Maybe I'm wrong. I think hunters are still just wanting to not have to worry about keeping this stacked. I don't know how long the passive lasts for, but I think junglers are just going to be building auto attack junglers, or gods who want pen and their auto attacks are going to be building X's instead. No longer provides crit chance, increased power from 15 to 25, and increased cost from 15 to 1,400. No longer provides crit chance, increased power. No longer. Okay, so you have to finish crit items before you get attack speed now. Yeah, stone cutting Xe both got buffed now, and stone cutting Xe was already meta on Nem, Erlang, Baka, Merc nerf. You think overall, what if all the other full crit items get buffed? Rage. Okay, good buff to rage. Crit is not good right now. Crit needs buffs. Deathbringer, increased power. Okay, good. Another good buff. Another good buff. Shadow Steel, another good buff. Crit as a whole is just not good right now. Another good buff. Okay, because this is the only crit item I hated. And I'm glad that they took down the slow and then they just decreased the cost. So I think this is a nerf overall. Maybe the cost makes it not that bad. But I like where they went with these crit items. Janice. Oh, please don't make him boring. Please don't make him boring. This is one of the most fun mages in the game. To help improve his variability around his kit when it comes to damage, we want players to have more consistent experience when playing as and against Janice, but still reward players for lining up a double hit. Through space and time will still bring team weight. Players falling from a Janice portal cannot be damaged before they hit the ground. Okay, going through Janice portals now has a unique sound different from the Blink relic. Okay, so that's a buff. Unstable vortex. Stable now damage in between. What? That's so stupid. That is so stupid. So stupid. What? It's not like a huge rework. It's pretty minor, but I hate all these changes. I actually hate every single one of these changes. Why? First of all, why do people need to be hit before they hit the ground? Why? Why can you not juke this ability in between now? Why can this not one shot? This is like one of the most fun things about Janice. Why? If you wanted to rework Janice a teeny bit, just make it so like if you portal someone and you hit them, like if you use a portal aggressively, it reduces the cooldown by 2 seconds. Or maybe you increase 2 seconds the cooldown of portal and then you do that. Like there's different places that could have gone, but both of those changes are stupid. Or I mean, all three of these changes are stupid. Baka and decreased movement speed. Okay, good. I don't like Baka's passive. I 100% agree. Oh, that all of them are seeing nerfs. That's huge. Okay, that's huge. Massive, massive, massive changes. Good changes, bad changes. The 2 change, it just makes him easier to play. The thing that scares me is Vampire Shark can get you to max lifesteal cap on its own. Yeah, but anti-heal's just better now. I guess I shouldn't say better, but there's an option to build anti-heal early now. I mean, this is a good change. If you hit a god with an auto, 2 stacks, it's a buff, but it's not like a massive buff. Turtlebog, increase attack speed from 40% early. He gets 40% attack speed at level 1. I don't know how much damage his 2 actually does, but I think because his 3 goes down in cooldown, I think you level his 3 second now. I think you go 1, 3, and then his 2, because 40% early game is, I think, good enough. And the cooldown on the 3 is just better. Chiron, yes, they buffed his passive. Why do they just not buff his passive? Just buff the... So give him 25 power late game, and he'll give them 50 power late game. I mean, okay, I guess it's a buff. It makes it so he has like extra power early if he's like buffing himself in the or like in a 1v1. I guess it helps his laning phase. Maybe it's actually not that bad. Just slap some power on that. Like I think I would have rather seen them go the other way, where like if you have the herbal medicine on you, I think you should become tankier. Because he's like a protector god. Why is he giving power? And like his 3, like they already just threw like power onto his 3. So now if he like buffs himself and then dashes in, he's got like 75 power for free. I would have rather seen it go the other way. Like 5% mitigation if you have like herbal medicine on you or like some prots. I just don't like this. Like why are they just giving him power? I just don't like that. I don't like this change. I mean, it's a buff, so I guess I shouldn't say that. I don't like this buff. Chronos. So they nerfed Akate too hard, and then they did nothing to help them back, and now let's see what they do. So he gets double attack speed at every level. He used to get only 0.8%, and now he's getting 1.5. He gets 30% passive, or 30% lifesteal late game, just for being level 20, instead of just like 16%. That's actually a lot of attack speed. So he doesn't have to build like any attack speed now. He just gets a free 50% extra attack speed late game. That is crazy. And they gave us scaling on his 3 extra damage. So, okay, wait. So now Kronos has to build less attack speed because he's getting free attack speed. So it means he can build more power. And he has extra scaling on his ability. And he's going to be building more power now. Yeah, I don't know about this one. That is a tough one. Dan's nerf. Okay. Nice nerf. That's a good nerf. Increased base damage from 70 to 290, 70 to 270. His burst is left. Fenrir is often aggressive toward a bruiser jungle. We're gonna give him extra. How much scaling are they gonna give Fenrir? Wait, his Seething Howl provides 2 runes, so now he doesn't have to auto attack something in the middle of a fight. Also, I don't think this nerfs him enough. Maybe he's fine with this, but I think it isn't. Oh, what? 95% scaling on Unchained, and then he gets an extra 2, and that one's pretty whatever. I don't know if he's OP, but these are good changes. Fenrir just doesn't play well as full damage. I'm not saying like full damage Spade. I'm just saying like he just built better as a bruiser than he did as like a mostly damage god. Okay, those are good. I think with these changes, Fenrir solo, like hybrid solo, might be pretty strong. No, he does not need to grab multiple people. Hachi buff, Eagle Eye, decreased cooldown. Nice. This is the Hachi buff that they came up with. Nice. Oh, is this? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure this is his 2. Turtle Trigger's gonna do 100 damage at level 1. 90 plus 60% of your power. Yeah, Herc buff. Everyone loves Herc buffs. Herc was out of meta for like a day, and then they're like, dude, here's Herc. Bring him back. Pretty sure you start his 2 now every game, no matter what. Unless you need the dash, but he's a Nami. Okay, this is actually a sick buff. So they come out, like the more attack speed you have, they go out and come back faster. So she'll just do more damage. She'll just do like, it'll be just easier to hit both autos, which is actually perfect. That is actually a really good change. It just said the goal is to only be able to have 1 auto at the same time. Yeah, this is actually... Izanami's kit, her kit has gotten buffed so many times that this might be the one change that just makes her one of the better hunters. There's a lot of good hunters right now, which is kind of a problem. Rama, Cupid, Heim are just all really strong, so maybe she won't be at that top end, but this might make her an above average hunter now in like all ranks, because she's an above average hunter already, and she's actually like probably one of the best hunters in low ranks. It's an indirect buff. I think it was meant to be a buff. It wasn't like a change that they figured is and end up being a buff. It's kind of just a buff because it's a buff. Wait, are they nerfing Merlin? So they nerfed Frostbolt by 5% scaling. Okay, so I think they're buffing him. Yeah, there's a buff overall. Okay, 140. Okay, so they buffed Radiate and they nerfed Bolt. So they just made his fire. Yeah, buff fire, nerf ice, which is a good change. His ice stance is probably his strongest and his fire is probably the weakest at that point. I still don't think he's that good. I think he's just gotten nerfed too many times, and that's a shame because he's one of the most fun hunters. I mean, one of the most fun mages. Yeah, fire's his weakest. Arcane is probably his strongest, but I think I liked ice more. The items buff Merlin, huge. True, the item buffs are actually huge too. See, this is why they kind of gotta be careful with god buffs, is because they have these huge new item changes. Not just similar defender here. Oh, is this a... It's one patch too late. We could have used this. Why was this ever maximum health heal? That just makes you want to play Najah with health. Should have been power from the start. Good change. Very, very good change. We were like 8-1 or something in scrims with Najah layers per stack to 2. Wait, heal change from 0.75% of your maximum health per stack to 210 plus 10% of your physical power per stack. Wait, what the? It actually is. Okay, this heal is massive now. Maybe they buffed it a little too much or changed it a little because it's 10 at level 5 on it plus 10% of your physical power per stack. So it's 200 plus 10% of your physical stacks. So you can get a 1200 heal. Yeah, it's a 200% scaling. What? Clans are coming back good. Everyone loves clans. They're kind of just needed. Dude, the mage items, all of the starter items are sick, except War Flag. I think War Flag is just not good. But all the other starter items are so sick. The inbound clan. Sana would have went back to... that's what I'm saying, dude. We could have used this one change ago. Fast at rework again. Artillery sash. We can no longer crit. Good. I hated that deck crit. From 70 to 190. Oh, this is 270? Increase scaling to 100. Okay. So they're making full damage. Not... Wait, protections when you land. 5. This is pretty mini rework, but this makes jungle Najah way better. Solo Najah is not that good anymore. Actually, it's not that bad because power gives you extra heal. But support Najah is probably dead with this change. This is a really good... This is a bit like, why? This is a rework. The Janus one wasn't a rework. That was just making Janus less fun. And less fun to play against. 9 seconds. Okay, that's good. That's just clear. Increase cooldown. Okay, good. His cooldown problems. Increase scaling on lightning and thunder damage 20 to 30%. Good. These are good changes. All good changes all around. Yeah, that it's just when you land, which is good. It shouldn't be if you miss it, you get the ults. Scroll down. Persephone is getting reworked. Confirmed. Yes. Nah, he has his scaling is pretty meh. His cooldowns are pretty meh, and his damage is pretty meh. Overall, it makes him a meh character. His cooldowns got buffed, his cooldown got buffed, and then his scaling went up a little bit. They're not massive changes, but they definitely help him. Rama, like, nerf him. Why? Just nerf him. Why is this god allowed to play? Nerf him. He's OP. Nerf him. I know. Nerf him. Good change. This is a good change. Unstable manifestation is a good buff. And the Stellar Burst is, okay, good soul buffs. Season 8 is about to be the best Smite season ever.